It's the Cable MTG Show.
Oh man, what do you even do with this? Take a Quantum Riddler, I guess. You got a Bichon that did that? Yeah, they call it the Bichon Blitz, right? My highest win rate in this cube, my last couple of trophies were blue-white control decks. I could lean into that and just like do what's been winning. Animate Dead's a really solid card, really solid pickup in this spot. Actually, if I'm doing blue-white, am I taking Path to Exile or am I grabbing Marsh Flats? I guess I don't necessarily have to be blue-white. I guess I'm Okoing again. But a little earlier in the day, maybe do like a Bant style control deck. You wish Consecrated Sphinx was on Arena? Yeah. I definitely missed me some Consecrated Sphinx. I think it got cut too early from Powered Cube. I was still like really enjoying it. I'm putting up a high win rate with it. Hey, there we go. Probably, who knows if it would be playable now though, right? Probably much less. That was some years back. The double Sphinx, yeah. In Cube, that mostly happened when they'd clone yours or you'd clone theirs. Kind of dig a Winds. I guess I'm supposed to take Hedge Maze here. Or maybe the Talisman. Let's grab the Maze. Let's grab a nice little duel. Get the fixings started correct. I'd like to splash that Oko, I think. With Sphinx pre-leagues. I don't know. We've had leagues for a long time. Interesting. So you could spec on World Spine Worm and like hope you get a flash. I think I'm just gonna grab Library. Definitely need some like actual removal with this start, whether it's like white for stuff like Path or black for a bunch of Doomblades. We'll see. Black has felt more open so far, but that might not matter if we're just like splashing for removal. Splashing for Oko, splashing for Sweeper too. I guess it's not a splash, there's some double white action. Sometimes it doesn't matter if somebody else, if there's like a couple other white drafters at the table, if they're doing like white aggro stuff, you still get all the Sweepers as the control deck. That's all you really care about. It's the only part that's not replaceable. I like a Time Warp as much as the next person. I don't think we're fast spawn comboing, and currently we don't have much to do with this Mystical Tutor. If we'd taken the 15-15, the Mystical Tutor gets more interesting, because then you see a flash, you can find it consistently. We're going to grab Memory Lapse. Trying to counter. Seems to be something that I want to do consistent like. Interesting. So I was talking about potentially playing black here, and there's Leovold, and Ignoble could let you turn to the Oko, but we're going to take Damn. This is kind of what I was talking about in terms of getting what I want out of white and getting the Sweeper in there. And now, with that in place, I feel like we have a fairly solid start here. Pick 6 Library 2026. Yeah, right? Yeah, the lower power of the cube, the better Library gets. I think it's like the actual best card in the 93-94 cubes. My pack one pick one in there over like, you know, Recall and Black Lotus and all that. Let's grab another counter. What's the dog doing? Dog's chilling. He has these like bursts of energy. He's at his most active around 11 a.m. before he gets lunch and we go on a walk and stuff. And then when we come back from the walk, he's still stoked and jumping around and being crazy and what. And then in the early afternoon before his nighttime dinner. He does another like crazy burst of energy. There's a nighttime walk, and he stays active for a bit after that. And then after that, he's just like, in between those times, he's just like a chill dog that wants to nap and stuff. A little bit of fixing, why not? That is indeed a dog by the feet. A Dave the dog. I know y'all think I'm just throwing on a foot cam because I like ya. You gotta pick 11 library the other day. Yeah, it goes later than it should because it does fit like any deck, and it does have like a good win, like a solid win rate these days, but I do understand it not getting picked in the first like however many chunk of cards. Sorry, Caracas. There's an on-color Mox here. Hell yeah. Thinking about Arid Mesa. I actually don't hate the Treasure Cruise. Let's get another draw spell in here, even if it's kind of clunky. Let's take this Mesa. Another fetch, maybe? Best card here is Bombardiers by a country mile. The Chariot could fit this kind of shell pretty well. I'm gonna grab this Heath. On-color fetch is pretty good. Speaking of on-color fetches, the Noble Hierarchs, like, technically my colors, but I don't love the idea of playing Dorks and Sweepers in the same deck. The No More Lies is tempting, but we do have a couple of early counters already. I think I'm just gonna grab this Flooded Strand. Something I will say, like people tease arena drafters as opposed to Magic Online. I do think fetches go a little late on arena in comparison to on Magic Online. I want this Uro, I want this Temple Garden too. And the Elspeth, I want everything. And this Halfling, yeah, give me all this shit. I mean, with 3 fetches, I think we can get away with this Uro. I think it's actively good here. Too many tap lands, but that's okay. Trop immediately replacing. Oh, none of those, I guess. Landscape's on color, that doesn't matter. The landscape is good in the landfall deck specifically, and you kind of want to be like mono green. It doesn't really matter what colors the landscape fetches. It's like worse than a Triome, and we don't really want to play too many Triomes. It's kind of how you should think about that one in terms of fixing. $11 land picks here, so very low on actual playables. Yeah, landscapes are solid in Pauper for sure, especially tricolor decks. Yeah, I didn't love that pack. Well, the Cruise came back. The issue with Treasure Cruise this time around it is kind of fighting with the Uro now. There's a little bit of... We could upgrade our Jetmir's Garden with the Portico, but I think I just want to take a piece of gas here. Chariot's a pretty solid one. Hey, guy who hates toast, thanks for the sub, thanks for 12 months, the full year. Yeah, I think this is going to be my last draft of the night, just getting a couple in. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to do a bit more. I want to make sure I don't kill myself. Just like completely drain the old batteries. Because tomorrow I'm doing the same thing that I did today. Maybe with Uro and Treasure Cruise, you do play the landscape here. I typically wouldn't, but maybe it just makes sense. Currency Converter could help you get the lands up, or get the graveyard up rather. for Uro and such. Gives you something to do if you're like holding a mana leak and they don't play into it. Keeps you from flooding out. I don't think we're going to flood out that often, though. Thinking about the Overlord, I don't think either of these white cards are going to wheel. Yeah, Overlord's a solid control win con. How do I like the turtle editions? They're like largely okay. I think the 2-drop Michelangelo is maybe the only one that would make it in if I had my druthers. So it's very hard to pass this Misty Rainforest for all the reasons I pointed out earlier, but currently we need like 13 more playables, so I don't think I can afford to grab it. The Ultima is actually what the deck needs the most. I think it would wheel, but white just has not been very open. I'm going to grab it, and then if any of these 4 blue cards wheel, we can jam it. Very awkward to run Mana Dorks into Ultima, but you do need to play it on time, huh? Mastermind would be okay. I'm just going to grab Reprieve. Makes sense to me. 13 mana Emrakul is like almost a thing here, but I guess we're again eating up our graveyard with the Uro. Dave having a good little dig. Yeah. Yeah, he does that to like get comfy before he lays down, which is normally quite endearing, his like little dig. I will say I'm not a fan of it when he's sitting on my lap. Just gonna dig here, get a little comfy reel here. Dave, those are my testicles. Great mix of fluffy and wiry coat. Yeah, he has hair, not fur. So he doesn't do like a ton of shedding. And I assume he's hypoallergenic. I've been pretty impressed with Wistfulness. Answering random things, drawing cards, being a 6/5. I think I'm still going to grab Preordain for that early game consistency and just throwing a card in the graveyard for the Uro and the Treasure Cruise. Can I afford this Tundra? With 12 mana sources. An untapped duel would be so good. I'm passing up on like Relic or 5 mana Teferi, which would be solid. Oops, I got the Tundra. I guess. Okay. I think I like Flickerwisp with this Overlord here. And like Chariot. Could be okay. Cool, I think we ended up with enough playables here. Yeah, I was worried that the day would get too cold in the winter, going on walks and stuff. But there's really only like a week or two, super in like the coldest couple of weeks of the year, where he still wants to go on walks, but he doesn't make it the whole way around the block. He gets like cold and starts slowing down, and then I stuff him into my jacket, warm him up. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Tombstone, thanks the 8-month streak there. Yeah, so this isn't like the dream version of blue-white, but I think it's playable. I think we got some good stuff going on. This Leatherhead is probably the most like off, but it does have hexproof. It is a hexproof threat. Leatherhead gets the honor of the 23rd card, which makes it better than most turtles. I mean, in a control deck, right? Like, I think the 2-drop one that pumps is fine. In the green, like, board presence deck. Hey, Sam Spiral, thanks for the sub, the 95 months. I was like, the fuck's going on here? Oh, right. Mana looking good. Flooded Strand probably going to get me the tapped blue-green source and a Surveil here. Maybe I'll just slam Riddler. They're just slamming 3/3s. No, we'll play it. Warp that puppy in. Love it. Now the question is, do we counter and clone a Mana Ride? Do we counter it and draw? Maybe I was just supposed to GM Riddler last turn. The Bronco cometh. You got your laundry in the dryer? Nice. I had a brutal week a few months back where just every single day I forgot to rotate it, and then the next day I'd find my like damp laundry and have to like run it again so it doesn't smell musty. Forget again. Run it back the next day and just like, oh my god. It was like 3 days in a row. I don't know if I've ever felt like more of a failure. Just, yep, can't do that. Can't change my laundry. Grown ass man, I don't know. The drying line. There's upsides to the drying line for sure. Having your clothes just smell all dope in like the sunshine. Thought about using Aang to loop my Overlord. Get another set of tokens here. Yeah, isn't that the best of him? Where like your strengths and desires complement each other. My wife has no interest in doing like the outdoor, like shoveling or mowing the lawn and stuff. Sometimes I ask her to help with watering the garden if I can't get to it. But she walks the dog like way more than I do. And ends up doing more dishes and such over the year too. Stringing the Harvester of Misery means that they won't be able to double block my Overlord here if they wanted to. Because the Converter is representing a 2-2. What if there was something to just flipping Aang and making the Oko get a 3-3? Some way to get lethal in there. No, that we do not have Memory Lapse up. We don't have blue. The auto tapper is very good. Had to leave that Jetmir's garden up. Stupid auto tapper, not like me with my genius man brain. I could have tapped my lands much more geniusly. Yeah, they literally made a converter token at my end of turn. Brutal. Hey, Tubbs Malloy, thanks for the sub, thanks 104 months. I think I want to Uro here. Oh shit, what up? Hey Triflin, thanks for gifting a sub. Congrats, strategist in hiatus. Don't love that one landing. I think we just have to pass and hope they don't have an untapped land and activate that Skolos. That seems pretty miserable. Pathing does stop them from activating Golos, but that's like your whole turn. Wish this landscape didn't suck so much ass. I'm gonna fucking gamble. Nice. Path my own Riddler. Let's get up on mana finally. Pathing on their upkeep, so if they let it resolve, they'll have a tapped land for their turn. Could matter, especially when they got a tutor in hand. Looks like they're thinking about... Nice. I'm pretty okay with that. They still don't have the mana to activate Golos now, right? They just act their land. I will discard my card that tutors for a creature to find a creature. Plenty of cards in the bin for this Uro. We just gotta kill everything here. They do have the second blue source to draw cards with their 5-drop. Nice, yeah, they didn't see the Chariot here, so they can't really attack well. They know I've got this Uro that can bring back next turn, and I took care to hold up a counterspell mana. Interesting thing, huh? To turn 1 Ignoble, set up for Oko, or draw with Library. I think... I just have a lot of mana here. Maybe this is bad. Because the halfling could just brick the counterspell turn, depending on what they wanted to play. Okay, so looking like a Nadu deck. And if we knew that they had Nadu handy or a way to tutor for it, I would Oko and make that Lightning Greaves a 3/3, but we don't have that information. I think what I'm supposed to do is lead on Uro. So they wanted to play that land before they moved the Lightning Greaves, because it's no longer a legal target there. Hey, Major 2828, thanks for the sob. Oh, that lane taps for 2. Well, let's just get a tap land then. And they can, of course, rebuy their 3/3 here. Or, I'm sorry, it'll be a 4/4. Oh, they didn't bring it back. Interesting. I'm gonna do that and just pass, I think. Or maybe Riddling makes sense. Next turn it'd be kind of cute to Riddler, because it could include the Chariot. Well, that explains why they didn't want to get their 4/4 back. They wanted to Endurance and eat my Uro while they still could. I think we got this pretty wrapped up, even though we're not holding up a counter this turn. I think like Natural Order is the only card that I would really have to be worried about. But even then, probably still just fine. Lighting and everything. I liked keeping the Aang there in case they had landed some obnoxious 2-drop. Then I would have had a pseudo EOT tempo-y style answer while I'm still drawing. Does he have a favorite between me and my wife? So that's not really fair. I do feed him. I feed him more when I'm cooking. So he certainly begs to me more. But he very obviously loves both of us and cares when we're not in his immediate presence. So I think I'm not drawing a card, then playing the Talisman, but I think we're cool just passing here. And then not getting gunked up by random mana leaks and remands and stuff out of them. You got it. Well, that's a good point, Emily. She does take him on more walks, and that is also a form of bribery. Hadn't factored that into the equation. I think next turn it's a good turn to play an Oko. Note that we can now go underneath Library and then get back into it with Treasure Cruise if we really want to. Ace up, go lands. Yeah, Mirror Twin. Quite a lot. Oh, interesting that they're killing the Talisman and not the Oko. Real interesting. Ah, that's why. Now it all makes sense. I'm just going to uptick this. It has been playing out well. Yeah, I agree. A little bit worried with only 10 cards remaining here. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Shit. I meant to make it 3/3 to serve in with this turn. Hey, Jojo Jabunga, thanks for the sob, thanks for the 24 months there, the 2 years. Yeah, shit. I was really hoping to clone this Leatherhead when it was in play. It's a legendary anyway. Well, I'm glad I didn't clone it. Yeah, I really wish I had Okoed in with the food like I'd intended, Oh well. Sure. Bummer. Well, there's their second red source. I think binding on Oko is basically going to lock it up, because these 2 win conditions draw too many fucking cards. I think I'm bringing the Flage Bank next turn. Thought about pathing the Flage with the trigger on the Stag, so they couldn't rebuy it and gain 3 more life. Now that we're here, I kind of wish I'd done that, but at the time they were missing their second red source, so I thought it made sense to just hope. They just straight up didn't have a basic. Wild. We have 9 damage in play. They're at 5. We have 5 cards in our library. Almost looks like they're trying to tap for Ugin, but they got a black source in there for some reason. Alright, I'll reprieve. Oh wow, forgot that was in here. I think there's cat card too in the bottom 5. Might just get a single card draw in depending on how fast or slow the opponent's deck's doing. Number 31 in the world here. Let's jam a Talisman. Bill's a bit of a concern. I think that's enough value to just play the Dam, maybe. I'll give it a turn. Got me. They don't have lethal with a fetch, do they? This would go up to 5, 6, 7, 8, plus another 5. Yeah, another fetch would be lethal. Untapped land here would have been nice, because then I could have damned with the counter up for their follow-up here. Interesting, not pumping. Would have been a lot more damage. I'd be at 4. Nice. Now I get to see what their follow-up play is. Nice. Hang is suitably obnoxious to be worth mana linking here, I think. Could stock up and look for a hard counter, but we do have this Memory Lapse. I think I dig just applying some nice pressure here. It's a good ass path right there, if I do say so myself. I think this Caleb guy has played this game before. Nice. Yeah, the opponent did a really good job of playing around my sweeper. I'm just like applying pressure. So next turn we get Talisman plus Hedge Maze. Yeah, I'll do that. Other option is to stock up this turn. Is your muffin buttered, chat? Pretty good besiege you. I don't think it matters. You can call. he's licking my feet. You're not gonna make me go outside, are you?
Yeah. Come on. He gotta go.
Don't worry about Mystic Confluence there, yeah, if they're going to run out the Mox Diamond. Whenever I I was just supposed to Flickerwisp the Mox Diamond. Oh my. Fair enough. Fuck. Yeah, one issue with this is that they're not only clearing the Oko, they're also getting a lot of scries in here. And they left on top there. But now they're fetching after leaving on top. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Oh, sure, it just didn't matter. Undid my beautiful graveyard. Just about to treasure cruise. And they shoveled the Time Walk back into the deck. Yeah, there it is. All right. Maybe I should have bought him that path. Why does it want to sag my Flickerwisp? I'll tap this manually, I guess. It's still trying. Oh, it's trying to cast the dam instead of Overload. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing, Arena. It was hovering my my Raffine's tower. How rude would it be to Memory Lapse a bobble? Maybe if they were hellbent to him. Seen better 5s before. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cool. Well, that game was looking scary for a little bit, huh? Yeah, no white in the opener. Bin double white cards, draw a third white card. Doesn't seem like it's going to be a sweepery matchup, but that doesn't make me feel better about having double sweepers in my... That's my second card, so it wouldn't trigger off with that consider. Get Lost, I think, is my least favorite in the cube as well. Make sure I don't draw this Raffine's Tower. You excited for the new Strixhaven? I was going through the cards, and I think I'm excited for new Strixhaven. I think I'm excited for that limited format too. So we could play this Leatherhead card. Or we could just activate Faerie Mastermind on their turn. You can shut my door if you want. I've only got a couple matches left. Love you, babe. Your sister's getting married? Well, I think that's a fine reason to skip a pre-release. There's been a couple times I was tempted to pre-release during the 365, but it's just a bit much. Anyone willing to hold your hand on day 366 as the world ends? I think I'll probably stream on day 366. We'll see. I'm taking that weekend off, you know. We could Riddler here. I think I just want to activate this Mastermind. If they invest a spell in killing my Leatherhead, then I think I like just playing a sweeper. Has the Ultima in turn had any impact on the game? You're talking about the game in general? It's had a big impact on Standard. The fact that it kills animated lands and they don't have a chance to come back is pretty relevant. There's also like an artifact deck that I liked, but kind of don't like anymore. Now that people play Ultima sometimes. Feels like a ninjutsu turn, doesn't it? I'd actually rather they hit me with the 5/4 here. This Kaido is like kind of uniquely good against control decks. I wonder if Flickerwisping my Leatherhead makes sense. Wait, if I Flickerwisp something out and then Ultima end the turn, would it come back into play at the end of the opponent's turn? Being on the next end step? I guess it would, huh? Kind of cute. Opponent's got a wild combination of critters here. Tempo-y little Grixis shell. I dig it. That's a lot of cards. I was hoping to be able to Flickerwisp Quantum Riddler, but I only have 3 white here. Six in the bin, very close to an Ancestor Recall style Treasure Cruise. Go ahead. Interesting that we're paying mana for this. I'd place them as the aggressor in the matchup. Yeah, that's fine. Worried about this pumping the tar pit. 3 steps cloning Flickerwisp to blink out tar pit is cute though. The issue is I'm a mana short to being able to protect the 3 steps ahead clone with this Reprieve. I think that might be a big issue, because like any removal spell on the Flickerwisp bricks my line. We'll see what they come up with. There's a path in my deck somewhere. And an Uro. What's up, Uro? Or are they gonna nuke their last 5 cards and treasure cruise again? No, they're being real particular with their mana tapping. Dashavan. Huh. They've only drawn 1 extra, right? So this would become a 3/2. I think they only looted once with the Fable. They're also dashing in. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think they missed that they could play the cruise for 3 day. For 1 rather, after my counter. Mind Collapse has put a lot in the bin there. So I can play Uro and bring it back, but that loses to Treasure Cruise, Pumping Tar Pit. I think I gotta stock up and look for Path. Well, Foot, went through a lot of cards there, but the Path was in the bottom somewhere. Yeah, I like running out the Mox Sapphire there, in case they have, like, Duress or Inquisition. I was planning on fetching out Tundra, but now that I drew another white source, might as well do this. And then next turn we can fetch the Surveillance, cycle this garden, start filling up the graveyard for this Treasure Cruise. Speaking of filling up the old graveyard, huh? Next turn we could Fetchist. At a certain point, we can just play this Treasure Cruise for 8 mana. I don't give a fuck. We have a lot of mana here. Vamping down to 6 life. Well, they certainly have to have an answer, right? If they're going to vamp down to 6. Because Uro, I'm not sure if any of y'all noticed this, is indeed a 6/6. What do you think the art on this Vampiric Tutor is supposed to... Like, is the hand a vampire, and then the skull was someone who was being tutored? I don't know. The skull's a prop. The vampire's being tutored in Shakespeare. Yeah, you're probably right about that. It's definitely countering just about anything there. I'm going to pin this Ultima. Got me. You listen to this tune all the time? Yeah, it's a pretty hot one. They are surveilling, so, like, once again on board, they are dead to this Uro. GG! And we completed it. The trophy. Not bad. So 2 drafts on the night, 1 scrub it up, 1 trophy. My trophy rate with control in this cube is just like extremely good. I kind of feel like I should be forcing it every time, but maybe that's boring. Tomorrow. Got some of them sweet, sweet gems. Tomorrow is going to be very similar to today. It's going to be like a 7 p.m.